Here we go, folks.
All right, now we're going to talk about how to do midpoints. All right. First off, to do midpoints, we're going to have to use which formula? The midpoint formula. All right. And so, if you look back in your notes, or if you look on your formula sheet, you will find out that the midpoint formula is this. It is written as XM YM. Why do you think we have the sub M's there? What do you think that stands for? Midpoint, okay? And so what this says is it says midpoint is equal to, and the x coordinate is going to be x1 plus x2 divided by 2, and then comma, and then the y coordinate is going to be y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This is a different formula because what we're actually doing is we're combining two different formulas into one. Okay? And that's where it gets weird. But on the other hand, I think it's pretty, it's understandable. Okay? Now, before we go further, we have our formula. What do you think we have to do before we go any further? Say it, Dale? Okay, we got to read the question, right? And it says find the midpoint of points R, which is negative 12, 8, and S, which is 6, 12. Tyler, you just stretching? Yeah. I'm sorry, Michael. We need to label these points. Michael, what am I going to call negative 12? And 8 is? Very good. Yeah, 6 is going to be x2, and 12 is going to be y2. Again, we label the points the same way as we labeled the points for the distance formula. All right, it's the same. x1, y1, x2, y2. It doesn't matter which point you call 1 and which point you call 2, as long as all your 1's go together and all your 2's go together and x goes before y. Yeah? Sweet. All right. Now that we've done that, Charlie, what do you think we're going to do? Yeah, now we just substitute. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring down the xm, ym, and what's x1? Right, so negative 12 plus what, Charlie? No, x2. Sorry, this should be an x. My bad. Divided by 2, right? And then what are we going to have here? Yeah, y1 is 8 plus 12, which is y2 divided by 2. Now we just simplify, right? xm, ym. All right, negative 12 plus 6 is negative 6 divided by 2. 8 plus 12 is 20. 20 divided by 2. And then our last step is just to simplify this. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. 20 divided by 2 is 10. And the point negative 3, 10 is the midpoint of line RS. Right. Actually, segment RS. Can't have a midpoint of a line. Can't have a midpoint of something that goes on infinitely. Correct? All right. Are we good with that? All right. All right. I'm going to move ahead and we're going to do example 4. And 4 is going to be 4 is going to be tough, but I think you guys can figure this out. Molly, go ahead and what should we do first? Let's read it. Yes. Okay. I see smiles back there, and I also see a head shake. Scott, why do you think Molly is smiling and Dale is shaking her head? Dale, why are you shaking your head? Molly, why are you smiling? You don't know? All right. I'll tell you why. All right. This is tough. Okay. All right. But we're going to solve it the same way we're going to start out by solving it the same way we solve everything. Okay. First thing that we're going to want to do is go ahead and write our formula down. All right. And our formula is xm ym equals x1 plus x2 divided by 2 equals y1 plus y2 divided by 2, right? Yeah? All right. Now, when we label it, we got to be paying attention, right? When we label our point, it says find the missing endpoint given point E is the midpoint. Yes? So, Reagan, if E is the midpoint, what do you think we're going to call -1? XM. Yay! Reagan, you just answered the toughest question of the day. All right. So if -1 is XM, what's 5 going to be? YM. Exactly. That is huge. You have to be paying attention. If you get that, you're good. If you don't get that, you are sunk. Okay. All right. So if that's XM, YM, and point F is one endpoint, what are we going to call 3? We can call it X2. We'll call it X2, and what's 9? Y2. Sweet. Now we have it labeled, right? Excuse me. Hannah, what am I going to do now? Tell me how that's going to go. Yep. We're going to put this right here, our midpoint, in over here. So, it's XM is of course -1, YM is 5, and then when we substitute over here, we're going to have, we no longer need the sum, so we can just leave it as X, okay? But it's going to be X plus 3 divided by 2, and then this one is going to be Y plus 9 over 2. Are we all good at this point? Yes? All right. This is the second place that things get interesting. All right. I told you that the midpoint formula is 2 formulas shoved together, right? We are now going to rip them apart. Okay? And this is what we're going to do. We are going to take the X component and rip it apart from the Y component. And so on the X component side, we have -1. And so we're going to have -1 equals just the X component part of that formula. So it's going to be equal to X plus 3 divided by 2. And then over here, we're going to take the Y component. So we're going to have 5 equal to the y component over here, which is y plus 9 divided by 2. Does everybody see what I did there? All right, because from this, if you get this, the rest of it's easy. Okay, yeah? All right, now, we have to solve for x. Annie, what would you do to solve for x? Yeah, we want to multiply both sides by 2. And when I do that, 2's cancel on the right, leaving just x plus 3. On the left-hand side, we have 2 times -1, which is -2. Over here, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to multiply both sides by 2. On the right-hand side, the 2's cancel, leaving just y plus 9. On the left-hand side, we have 2 times 5, which is 10. Yep. And so in the x component, we're going to subtract 3 from both sides. And so we're going to have x equals -5. On the right-hand side, we'll subtract 9 from both sides. And we'll end up with y equals 1. We have one last step. Write it as an ordered pair. What's my x component, Hunter? Right, so our answer is -5, 1. And that's the other endpoint. All right, do 13 through 20 for homework. Have a good day, everybody.